Hey y'all, I am in the parking lot of a Goodwill today. This is one of my favorite Goodwills ever. I come here often. In fact, I'll link a thrift with me that I did recently on the screen where I bought $300 worth of stuff last time I came here. And so I'm really excited to go inside and see what I can find. I've found some really great brands and brands I've never found anywhere else before at this Goodwill, so hoping for the same outcome this time around. Actually, that thrift with me where I spent over $300, I've already made a really good return on those items. A lot of them have already sold. If you'd like to see a video where I go over kind of what sold from a video or two, let me know in the comments down below, because I've done those videos before. In fact, I'll link my most recent one on the screen. They don't tend to get a lot of views, so I don't tend to make them very often, but I've actually had a lot of messages and requests for that type of video recently, so let me know in the comments down below. But for now, we're just gonna go in, I'm gonna thrift, and then I'm gonna show you everything that I find and how much I project it to sell for and how much I project to profit from everything. So I'm really excited. Fingers crossed. Let's head on in. As always, I beelined it for the new racks as soon as I walked into Goodwill. Last time when I went to the new racks in this Goodwill, I found some great things. I found an Everlane coat. I found a Brooklinen robe. The Brooklinen robe sold really quick, and I actually kept the Everlane jacket. But I didn't really find anything on the new rack this time, unfortunately. This Urban Outfitters mini dress was cute, but for the price, I didn't want to pick it up. If I saw that at the bins though, I probably would grab it there, but I have to be a little bit more discerning when I am paying up for things at the regular Goodwill thrift store. On my way to the dresses, I passed some shoes and I saw these Madewell loafers, patent leather, which I thought were really cute. The outside was actually in great condition, but the inner sole was in really bad condition. I did put it in my cart, but eventually I put it back just because of condition alone. And then I put these Joseph Siebel boots in my cart. I think they were $14.99 or maybe $19.99. I put them in there to check comps, but then I actually ran out of time and did not have time to check comps. So when I was checking out, I made the decision to actually just go ahead and not buy them because I don't know enough about that brand to make a purchase like that on the fly. But this is a brand I do know enough to make a purchase on the fly, because I didn't check comps on this dress in the thrift store, but I should have, because my cost of goods was pretty high at $14.99, and after checking comps when I got home, my projected sale price is only $35, so that would give me a projected profit of $13.01, which isn't great, but hopefully it will sell fairly quickly. It is really cute. And like I said, it's from a fairly recent season. In fact, I think I'm going to show it here. And if you're new to reselling on Madewell pieces, you can always find the style number and the season it's from. So this dress said SP20, which means spring 2020, which is fairly recent. And also it being a spring piece made me want to go ahead and pick it up. Okay, this piece I have sold before, so I have some knowledge of it. It is called the Free People Diana wrap dress. My cost of goods was lower, thankfully, for $9.99. Since I've sold it, the projected sales price has gone down to about $35, but that would give me a projected profit of $18, which isn't too bad. This piece actually has a little bit of a backstory with me. One of my oldest YouTube videos ever, I was doing kind of like a style lookbook, and I actually owned this dress before I sold it. And this dress is featured in that, so maybe I'll link that up on the screen in case you want to see how I styled it like 4 years ago or something. But I think sold this dress for about $60 when I did sell it, so it just goes to show that The value of some pieces, especially older pieces, does go down, but that doesn't mean it's not worth picking up. Just because it's not selling for $60 doesn't mean it's not worth selling for $35. Okay, so this is a bread and butter brand. I love finding, this is a really cute piece by Eliza J, but they had it priced at $19.99, which seems pretty high for Eliza J. So I did pass, but oh my gosh, I was so excited to find this piece. It is the best piece I found all day. It is a Tadashi Shoji dress, and it's a size 10, which is a great size, and it's a long lace gown, which is a huge plus as well. So I found this dress for $14.99, and after checking comps, I think this will sell for at least $125, which is very exciting. And that would give me a projected profit of $85, which is great. I mean, this piece alone was worth walking into Goodwill for. When it comes to Tadashi Shoji, the gowns are typically going to do the best. The short dresses, I'll still pick up every once in a while, but I'd recommend checking comps. Okay, this is Julia Jordan, which I have sold through liquidation in the past, so I decided to pick it up and try it out. However, after checking comps, I'm less impressed. The cost of goods is $9.99. I think it should sell for about $30, which would give me a projected profit of $14.01. But it's a really good piece going into wedding season because this is kind of a formal wear jumpsuit. It's a halter jumpsuit with a wide leg, so hopefully it will sell quickly. But I think one of the takeaways from today is to always check comps, especially if you're paying for, I don't know, more than $5 for an item. Here is actually a dress I did put in my cart. I checked comps and then I put it back. Bardot. Bardot is a brand that's sold at places like Revolve and Shopbop. However, this was a very old style. So I did look it up and I did put it back, which is always a good thing to do. And I should have done that with every item, honestly. But I think I've gotten into a really bad habit, especially now that I'm sourcing mainly at the bins, of not checking comps. So I'm going to be much more diligent about that in the future. This is a brand, Baltic born, that while I actually didn't check comps on this piece, I have recently purchased a Baltic born gown about a year ago for a wedding that I was attending while pregnant. And so I know that this dress is actually really pregnancy friendly, and that's one of the reasons why it's popular. It had a cost of goods of $14.99 and I project it to sell for about $40, which would give me a projected profit of $17. It's a good size, it's a good style, and it will be a good experiment for me in determining how quickly this brand sells. But then I came across a brand I've never picked up. I did check comps and decided to experiment with this as well. It's Krimson Klover, which is a brand that I believe is based in Colorado and kind of specializes in mountain-inspired outfits. So the winter wear does really well, but this dress I decided to pick up for $9.99. I think it should sell for $35, which would be great because that would give me a gross profit of $18, and it's a good summer dress. So I'm excited to see how it does. Okay, I found another Eliza J dress. Remember how the last one was $19.99? Well, this one was $39.99, which is a little bizarre, but I actually found another Eliza J dress, as you'll see in 1 second here, that was priced appropriately, and I was able to pick it up. So it's priced at $9.99, and it's plus size, it's a maxi dress, it's a great pickup, and my cost of goods again, $9.99 with a projected sales price of $40 and a projected profit of about $22. So I'm excited to get this dress listed again. It's a really good one for spring. I was excited about how many dresses I was able to find this time around. Another brand I love selling, Figs. This is a Casma top. I've sold a bunch of these recently. My cost of goods was $7.99. It will sell for about $25, which will give me a profit of about $12, which isn't high, but I just will always pick up Figs as long as it's under, $10 or so, because it just sells so consistently. So then I went over to the shorter dresses section and I found this Boden dress, and I decided to actually check comps on this dress because It was priced a little high. It's called the Daisy dress, which I was able to find the style name easily with the style number on the materials tag, which is a great thing about Boden. It costs $12.99, and after checking comps, I think it will sell for about $40, which would give me a projected profit of about $19, which is great. So I did decide to go ahead and put that dress in my cart. One of the reasons I actually did check comps on this dress is because it was the newer Boden tag, and I actually came across an older Boden tag later on in the video, and I show you the comparison of the two, so I hope that's helpful. I found this Athleta dress. Athleta is a great bread and butter brand for me, but I'm very selective, especially when it comes to the dresses, and I basically just look for newer styles. Also, pants tend to do the best. Pants and outerwear by Athleta. This is a My Bump dress, which I have checked comps on before. It doesn't resell very well, but if you come across it at the bins, I would pick it up and take it to a maternity consignment store because it did do well there when I took it. Okay, this is another bread and butter brand I love selling. Torrid is new at tag, but they wanted $24.99 for it, so I did pass. And that is something that I do a lot of times when shopping at a regular Goodwill, is just have to pass on a lot of good items because they price them so high. And that's always a comment I get on the YouTube videos, especially with a regular Thrift with me, is because our prices are incredibly high. Okay, so here is an older Boden tag. So I'm going to try to show you the difference. This has a little bit of a thinner font, and then the one on the left, as you can see, is thicker. The one on the right is a little bit pointier and a little bit closer together, and the older one is a little bit spread out. So I hope that helps. And this is actually an old theory tag, so I almost always pass on older theory, but the newer theory tag I almost always pick up because it tends to do pretty well for me. This is Girls from Savoy, which is an older in-house anthropology brand. There are probably certain pieces that I would pick up from this brand, but when it comes to dresses, I tend to pass because whenever I do check comps, they're pretty low. Okay, this is a great brand, Flax. I was excited to find it, but it had some pretty bad staining on the front, so I did decide to pass. But Flax is a really good brand. If you come across it, I would recommend checking comps or just picking it up. Okay, this is another really good brand, Reese. This was actually half off. It was a yellow tag. It's the only yellow tag I came across this day, and so I think it was priced at $9.99 half off, so $4.99, and it's actually a men's t-shirt, like a knit t-shirt, which was cool. It will sell for about $28, which will give me a projected profit of about $17.41. But I'm excited to see how this does. Whenever I do pick up Reese men's pieces, they tend to do pretty well, so we will see. I did spend my last few remaining minutes in the denim section. I found this new tag Judy Blue, but they wanted $19.99 for it, so I passed. Judy Blue is a denim brand that I have been picking up more and more recently and having a lot of luck with. So if you haven't experimented with that brand yet, I'd recommend doing so. I heard about it originally from Becky Park and happy I started picking it up. Okay, this is a pair of Levi's 501 jeans. I think I picked up a Levi's 501 jeans last time I was here and they've already sold, so I was happy to find another pair. These are in excellent condition for $14.99. and my projected sales price is $40, and that would give me a projected profit of $17, so not too bad, and they're really, really cute. You may have noticed that I was able to easily find the style color, which is Jive Ship for those jeans, and that's because on Levi's, on their tag, they have a number that I think starts with PC, and that's how you can always find it. Okay, so this is a pair of Judy Blue, priced appropriately at $7.99, which is great, and I was able to pick it up. It's a distressed fit jean, cost $7.99. I project it to sell for about $28, which would give me a projected profit of $14.41, and they're in excellent condition, so I'm really excited to get these listed. But that was actually my last find for today. A pretty good trip, a lot of good bread and butter brands, and the Tadashi Shoji gown is going to be a real winner, but my total cost of goods was $133.88 with a projected total sales of $501 and a total projected profit of $266.92. Okay, so I spent $133.88, which is pretty good. I found some really good stuff, and most of it is dresses, which is perfect because going into spring summer, that is my best performing category. So really excited to get these things listed, and hopefully they all sell for what I project them to sell for and do really well. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up, and it'd mean the world to me if you subscribed to my YouTube channel. I put out new videos every Monday and Thursday. All right, well, I hope y'all had fun thrifting with me. I will see y'all in the next one. Okay, love y'all. Bye!